What's up everyone, Mark here and Happy New Year! Today we are making a very special brunch for New Year's Day. We are doing stuffed French toast. Hopefully you all, or some of you at least, are fortunate enough like me to have the day off and can enjoy this. So before we get into the recipe, I want to take a minute to thank you all again so much for your continued support of the channel, for continuing to watch my videos. Please give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Please comment down below and please subscribe if you have not already. Click the red button down below the video or the watermark in the corner, and when you do, make sure you hit the bell icon so you get a notification every time I have a new video out. So stuffed French toast. It's really super easy to do, super easy to throw together. It's really simple in method and preparation, if not the fact that it does have a number of different ingredients. Great recipe for a day off like this. So let's get right into it. All right, I think we have everything we need. So we are gonna start with 3 whole eggs plus 2 egg yolks, 1 1/4 cups of whole milk. We have 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1 1/2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then for our cinnamon sugar mixture that we're going to roll the finished pieces in, we have 3/4 cup of white sugar and 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. For bread, we are using challah. You want to use a good hearty bread for this. It doesn't matter if it's stale. In fact, sometimes it's even better if it's stale. So the whole aim here is 2 extra big thick slices of stuffed French toast. But I'm sure there's going to be extra egg custard mixture, so I've sliced some extra slices of challah as well. The super thick slices I have here, I went in there with a knife on the underside and cut a pocket, which we are going to fill, in our case, with Nutella and seedless raspberry jam, which I have in 2 separate Ziploc bags, which will cut the tip off and kind of use it as a pastry bag to fill them before we dip them in the custard. All right, so first step, we're going to mix together our cinnamon sugar mixture. This is easy enough. I'm just gonna whisk this together in the cup. And then you can dump this into a bowl, you can put it into a dish. Actually, for both the cinnamon sugar mixture and the custard mixture, I am using the bottom halves of some leftover takeout styrofoam containers. You may even have some from last night if you ordered takeout for New Year's Eve. But they're washed and cleaned. You do want to use the bottoms. The tops tend to have vents and stuff in them, so not good if you put a liquid or anything in there. Alright, so this one will go into our first. Okay, so there is our cinnamon sugar mixture. Now we're going to take our eggs, which, yes, I have already shelled them this time. I'm going to add our milk. And all of the rest of this. The cinnamon, the nutmeg, the brown sugar, and the salt. And we're going to beat and whisk this together. Just get my cinnamon sugar out of the way. Okay, I'm gonna leave the whisk in there since it's probably not all gonna fit in the tray at once, so we'll use a little bit at a time. Now I'm going to go ahead and try at least to evenly stuff one of these slices with the Nutella. In there. Kind of move it back and forth a little bit to help it along. And the same with the raspberry jam. Okay. Now we are going to dip all of our French toast, or at least the pieces that we have enough custard for, and then they're going to sit for a minute or so before we get them in the pan. Let's get a good layer of the custard in here. And we'll start with one. And this is going to sit in here for 30 seconds per side. A whole 30 seconds per side. And we flip. Okay, now it is going to set on that rimmed baking sheet. And we'll repeat with the jelly version. And a flip. And some of our extra slices. Okay, that was actually nearly perfect. Alright, so in the time that it took to dip the rest of those, the first ones should be ready to go. So we are going to melt a little bit of butter over medium heat, and I am using Irish butter for this because, well, just because. We're going to do this in batches. I'm going to see if I can fit the small pieces in there first in one go. And I'm going to leave these out here just for convenience sake, but you can certainly be doing this at the stove and have a rimmed baking sheet in the oven at about 200 degrees to keep them warm as they come out of the pan. Okay, let's... And we're going to let these go for 2-3 minutes aside. Check on them, and we're just looking for them to get nice and golden brown on both sides. And all of that extra egg that these have absorbed will make them nice and eggy and custardy on the inside. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, that looks good. And these are just going to go for another couple minutes on the second side. These are good. These come out and get tossed immediately in the cinnamon sugar mixture and transferred back over to the sheet tray. Okay, I'm just going to wipe out the pan and get ready for our next batch. Back over medium heat. And a little more butter. Or a lot of more butter. Gonna melt much faster since the pan is already pretty screaming hot. Okay. Now I've lowered the temperature a little bit for these because I don't want them to burn on the outside before the egg has had a chance to set on the inside. So the small piece will probably take a little bit longer than the first set did at a lower temperature, but it will spare the other two. All right, this is some kind of French toast. I'm gonna get a few things out of the way and we are gonna come back and taste this. All right, here we are. Let's give these a shot. So first, slide our stuffed French toast over here. And then one of the small plain slices too. Of course, just a little drizzle of real Rhode Island maple syrup. And let's see what we got. Look at that. It's just so beautiful. That is heaven. Well, this is a great way to start 2021. Let's see what we're looking at on our two stuffed models. That one stuffed with the raspberry. And stuffed with Nutella. Let's see. I'll go with the Nutella first. I think it's going to be predictably delicious. Oh my God. Wow. This is phenomenal. I mean, I guarantee you've never had French toast like this. Raspberry. Oh my God, I think this one's even better. Excuse me. Wow. Oh. You know those that Danish thing with the icing, Entenmann's? Oh, it's kind of like that, but sugary, cinnamony French toast. Oh, this was incredible. All right, guys, I think that wraps it up for another one. I've got some French toast to finish here, and hopefully you have some French toast to make. Again, I'm putting this out early enough that hopefully you'll be able to make this for your New Year's Day. I've got some French toast to finish. Happy New Year, and we will see you in the next one.